actually think I quite like an acrobatics. Hey, that'll take. Especially now that we have 4 energy. Acro Plus, welcome to the deck. Oh man, and we get offered a finale. That is a damn good finale. Yeah, this is when the avocado attacks for 21 damage on turn 1. And I think turn 1 in general becomes a bit more threatening, and that is something that is of concern to us with a Runic Pyramid, because Runic Pyramid by definition doesn't do anything on turn 1. In order to combat that... Oof. We're going to want to make sure we cover our turn 1 somehow. The Relics, Anchor, and Bag of Preparation are 2 of my favorite ways to do that. But a higher block density can be a reward as well. Hey, Out of My Orbit, we played some more Outer Wilds on Sunday, and we're now very close to the ending. I think on this upcoming Sunday, we'll finish it up. And maybe show off some of... yeah. Finish it up and see if there's anything else left to discover in there. But I have a strong suspicion we're very close to the ending. Hey, Jekyll. So for Act 1 Pathings, this is a bit of a spicy one here. If we want to face... If we want to get an upgrade before a first elite, there's 2 options here. We can either go for the Burning Elite early, which is, I'm going to say, a bold choice on Silent. There's definitely a world where that goes relatively badly. But we could do something like start this way, and then we have that wonderful, wonderful term, optionality, which I think is a very valuable thing in Slay the Spire, when you can acquire some information before having to make a choice. You know, can we take on a Burning Elite right now? I don't know, but if we take 2 combats, and we get good card rewards, and we get a Fire Potion, I'll be able to say with confidence, yes, we can. And then we can head in that direction. Or I'll be able to say with confidence, when we didn't get any potions and we got no damage cards, no thank you, I'm out of here, and we can opt into a more defensive route. I see that there's a lot of potential upgrades this way, and then more branching choices. Could end with only 1 elite, but I'm actually okay with a 1 elite Act 1 if it leads to a lot of upgrades, and maybe some money too. So I think what I'm going to do is start with these 2 combats and this event. Depending on the content of our rewards from the combats and the event, we'll either choose to go to the store and commit to fighting a Burning Elite, or we'll choose to head to the side. From there, we could again choose fight an Elite or start taking rest sites. And again, here at the decision point. We don't need to plan out our entire route the whole way yet. We can continually evaluate, in fact, we'll benefit from continually evaluating our position and our resource. Not a lousy turn 1 like you'd normally expect with these 2 attacking for 15 here. Very, very happy to just triple defend, full block. We get to keep our survivor, and I think this fight will go very well for us. Yes, very well indeed. We may stronk them each. And I'm going to choose to discard a strike here with survivor. Keep the 2 defends so that we can probably block next turn. This one's guaranteed to buff. They cannot attack 3 times in a row. So we should put our damage into that one. Block. Next turn, neutralize strike, kills this one, defend, defend, guaranteed, full blocks this one. That's a perfect fight for us. It's good. Heck, we can even strike with survivor here, get the kill next turn. Just that casual retain from the Runic Pyramid, making this fight into a guaranteed perfect outcome for us that we wouldn't have otherwise had. A potion to start is good. I actually really like colorless potions, and boy do I like these options too. 3 good damage options. Endless Agony is just immediate 0-cost damage. Terror allows us to apply Vulnerable, which makes all of our strikes do way more damage. This is a huge upgrade for the Silence's starting damage. Or Deadly Poison. Flying 5 poison. I think I have a very hard time turning down a terror on floor 1. Also of note, this is a card that upgrades to 0 cost, something very valuable with the pyramid, and doubly so when we have a ton of fires this act. Definitely going to take this terror. Not an unreasonable deadly poison, though. Deadly poison is its own fun way to scale, and would work pretty well against Hexaghost, our act boss, so we do want to keep in mind here. Contemplating Terror Strike on the Grey Slime here. Do 18 damage, bring it to 12, will be weakened. At 2 strikes next turn would kill, and defend would full block. Otherwise, we may be attacked for 10 next turn while frail. Depending on what we draw, that may not work out to a full block. Damage here. Oh yeah, actually we would have taken 1 there even. If I hadn't drawn the Survivor. That worked out. There are a couple ways to take 1 with both possible lines there, I think. Ooh, I like these options a lot. Really like Dagger Throw with Pyramid especially. The discarding 1 card. This is an effect that is not generally valuable in and of itself, right? Just discarding a card from your hand doesn't usually benefit you unless the card is giving you an active penalty, because you're going to discard them all at the end of your turn anyway. But with Runic Pyramid, Dagger Throw and similar cards like it allow Silent to deal with the issue of hand clog by discarding cards she does not intend or cannot play, making room in hand for more stuff. A card like Dagger Throw, therefore, fits extremely well into a Pyramid deck, while also being just a good upfront immediate punch of damage, which we do need right now. Slice, meanwhile, is just guaranteed free, that's good stuff, or the Sneaky Strike is potentially 12 damage at 0 cost if we line it up with Survivor. Agreed, Adonis. Dagger Throw also enables us to pick up other cards that require discard to work, like Tactician, Reflex, future Sneaky Strikes, and have those cards be much more valid picks. For these reasons, I think Dagger Throw is a very good common addition to this deck right now. See Through Shifu, thank you so much for the Prime sub and the 9 months. Twitch, baby, get. Also, in case I missed it, Jake, thank you so much for the 15 months. Just signed up for 6 more months of Hot Baylor action. Is Twitch still giving a discount if you do 6 months at once, by the way? And Trevor, thank you so much for the Prime sub and the 5 months of Handsome Devil. Let's take this Dagger Throw. Currently feeling very good about a potential Burning Elite, which may lead us into taking this far left path here, but we'll see as we get the outcome from this deck. A card remove, which I will happily take. Card removal is also an excellent way to deal with hand clog on Pyramid. We might even want to remove a defend, given our need for immediate damage. And then we could potentially also remove a strike at the store, leading to a much higher density of good cards in the deck. That would make us weaker against the 3 sentries. But on Ascension 17, they'll only add 2 dazed, and we have a Pyramid, so we're already pretty good against sentries. Yeah, I think we do well enough against sentries, and don't forget we have this colorless potion, which may contain a bomb to instantly kill them. Or an Apotheosis, which would be just fine, too. But it's definitely may contain the bomb, which could go with the abacus that we look at the store and then can't afford. So just kind of reanalyzing our position here. Again, one option, take a bunch of fires. Second option, fire into elite. It's not that good. Third option, take out the Burning Elite. Get 3 elites overall. Maybe we can opt out of the second elite if we get critically injured by the Burning Elite, so we don't have that forced into 2 elites. Sometimes when I play this game, I find myself like entering elite fight at 10 health, and I'm like, how did I get here? And then I win the elite fight, and I feel okay. But it was scary, and I don't want to be scared. So let's... Not sure where I'm going with that. I'm going to fight this Burning Elite, though. I feel good. Let's lose a defend. Alright, Mr. Merchant Man, what do you got? Infinite Blades. Stinky. Choke. Significantly less stinky. Very sad we cannot pick up this preserved insect here. Durus Fortur or the boot. Durus Fortur, thank you so much for the Prime sub and the 7 months. The streak must live on. That sub streak. Nobbert's still a threat right now? A little bit. A little bit. Not a huge threat, though. So, things that I think are good here. Potions, of course. So we're probably going straight into the elite fight. A damage potion especially would be good, and I like this explosive potion for that reason. More damage can come in the form of Choke, although this is not a particularly good Choke. Choke is definitely a card that gets a lot better with Runic Pyramid. Flying Knee is pretty good as well, doing 8 damage and giving us an additional energy on the following turn. And I'd feel pretty good about Flying Knee plus Explosive Potion. Though that does leave us with an extra Strike, versus, say, Strike Remove Explosive Potion, which feels a little bit greedier, honestly. So hard to find the greater lessons to take away sometimes. Jake asks, in Act 1 are strikes better than defends on silent? And it's hard to answer outside of this specific context, but I can point to the reasons why I wanted to remove a defend here, which are a few-fold. One, with Runic Pyramid, we want a slightly lower block density on average, because we can retain the block cards, so we don't have to draw them every turn for consistent block in the same way that you normally have to do. 2, we have immediate threats of not only Gremlin Nub immediately, which is definitely something where removing a defend is good, but also later in the act we have Hexaghost. And against Hexaghost we also want to remove a defend over removing a strike, particularly now that we have a Terror, making these strikes do more damage. So reasons to remove defend include having a Terror, fighting Hexaghost, being up against potential Gremlin Nubs. Lots of different factors there. Other Act 1s, maybe it's still better to remove a strike. Other Pyramid starts, maybe it's still better to remove a strike. But right here, right now, definitely defend remove for me. Prepared ever an option? Absolutely. Yes, I think this Prepared is a really good option. I think it also pairs extremely well with Choke here. If you were going to buy Prepared, I would probably buy Choke to go with it, or vice versa. Further enabling discard synergies, allowing us to cycle through. Another zero-cost card that I like here quite a bit, Swift Strike. Zero cost deal 7 is really solid, and doubly so with Terror in the deck. But I think I'll do better with options that include picking up a potion. The Farina Bottle might even be the right play, just to buy 30% health. That's like 20 hit points or so. Oh, there's also an interesting Choke Distilled Chaos purchase we can make here. We can afford that. That's 123 gold. It enables us to either play Choke for free or deal 9 additional damage with Choke, in addition to the usual effect of a Distilled Chaos. That would help a lot against Lagavulin, who we're not great against. I kind of actually really dig that. Choke is the cheapest card, and I think it does thrive with Pyramid. We'll want to pick up zero-cost stuff anyway. I'm gonna do that. Thanks. Choke also is somewhat handy to have just as a card that removes Artifact in the late game, even if it is a chunky 2-cost attack. Time to spin the wheel. I'm okay with almost any outcome here. Especially that one. A relic, don't mind if I do. It's not a card, but I'll take it. A gift! The Smiling Mask. Makes for cheaper removals at stores from here on out. That's a cool find, although I wish we'd found that a little earlier. I definitely would have removed a card had I known we were about to find this, but that's alright. As for our upgrade, do get an upgrade. I think there are a couple of very important considerations here. If we're all in on this choke play, that we could reasonably say upgrading the choke is good. 5 damage per card played after choke would be a lot of free damage. Another very good option is upgrading Terror to make it cost 0. Neutralize upgrade for 2 turns a week is exceptionally good, particularly against Lagavulin and Knob. That would allow us to take 2 attacks from the Gremlin Knob, no prob. Dagger Throw upgrade is our best damage upgrade if we just want a flat increased damage, or the Survivor upgrade for 3 block. Also very good against Lagavulin, but I think worse than the Neutralize upgrade if we're going with something defensive right now. Genuinely tempted to upgrade Choke here. Downside of the Terror upgrade is mostly the occasional turn 1 where we draw it and don't have enough energy, or we end up having excess energy, rather. It's a tough call. I think I'm going to upgrade this Choke. I've got a gut feeling that this is the right play, given that we picked up the potion to go with it. Who's this going to be? It is Strength Lagavulin, and I'm immediately glad that I've done what I did. So we're going to want to get our... The Terra upgrade might be irrelevant here, depending on how we draw it. And we're going to want to wake up with a... probably just a Choke... some kind of Choke Distilled Chaos play. Let's get... these out of my hand. Making room in hand without waking up the egg, who will stay asleep for up to 3 turns here. Yep, here's our Terror that we don't care about. Let's just try to get the Ascender's Bane in hand here. Strike. And... guaranteed draw the Ascender's Bane. Okay. There's so few cards in this deck that we might actually be able to make this Distilled Chaos hit very specific things. How fascinating. It's very fascinating. So I think what I'm going to do is wake up with Choke. Neutralize Dagger Throw. Dagger Throw shuffles the draw pile here. Then we discard a Strike. Now we're guaranteed to draw 4 out of these 5. Hopefully... oh, Neutralize is bottom. I was going to say, hopefully that doesn't happen. But that's actually okay. Now we're going to play Choke. We could also Survivor the Choke and try to play it with Distilled Chaos here. Kind of interesting either way. Actually, yeah, I really like that idea of playing Survivor, discarding Choke, and then drinking the Distilled Chaos. We'll play some combination of Choke, Strike, Neutralize, Distilled Chaos, and Survivor here. But also Choke and then play Distilled Chaos as intended. Which may result in a double Choke, but the double Choke will only be on 1 card unless I also then drink the potion. Still, that'll be a ton of damage, right? This is 18 up front plus a bunch. We're definitely going to use the Distilled Chaos somehow here. If we do the Survivor the Choke play, we'll do less damage. Probably don't kill next turn. I'd like to kill next turn. Do it this way. Okay, Choke was not the card that got played, unfortunately, so that'll just end up in hand. But wow, that's a lot of damage. We could actually just get a kill with the Colorless Potion, but I think I'll take 8 damage to preserve it. That's a ton of damage. Wow. Okay, we get through the Burning Lagavulin, no problem. Thanks to our careful preparation there. White Bee Statue ensures we'll get a potion after every fight from here on out, and oh boy, do these all pair extremely well with Choke. They all say 0, and one of them even says draw a card. The Escape Plan. You draw a skill gain 3 Blunk. Might just prefer to have a good old-fashioned Deflect. 0 cost block, that's also a pretty good upgrade for Silent. Yeah, those buttons are actually moved for me, Jake, using a mod called UI Sliders. Let's see, given that we're 50% to fight Knob next, actually, which makes me want this Slice. To make sure we beat Gremlin Knob. Yeah, okay. This should be an easy fight, giving us another potion to go into our second elite with. It's better to go this way than this way, surely. Yeah, better, surely. In a vacuum, I think I would have preferred Deflect there. Over Slice, but with Knob imminent, things change. Caw. I don't mind some card draw. Predator is an interesting way to get that. Card draw helps us deal with the fact that our block density is relatively low, ensuring that we can find it early on. Predator's a cool way to do that, that also gets us some damage, or we can take an Acrobatics for more instantaneous draw. Second Dagger Throw's not bad either, genuinely. Acro might pair better with the Choke as well, as a form of draw, and with the cards that we're going to want to add with Choke. Actually, I think I quite like an Acrobatics. Pick that up. That should lead to easier turn 1s for us, I think. Love an Oddly Smooth Stone, giving us a point of dexterity. All of our blocks now block for 1 more. This run is headed in the right direction here. Better turn 1s with Acrobatics, he said. Yes, indeed, that's what we get. I do think this merits using a potion. I might Gambler's Brew everything except the Slice. Looking for early Terror here specifically, or I might Colorless Potion. Trying to get something. I like the Colorless Potion more in other fights. Let's gamble this. Get that good turn 1 I was talking about. Hello? Good turn 1? No, not here, apparently. But the Terror next turn. So, Terror, Choke, Neutralize, Slice. That's pretty good. But we're not going to get a turn 3 kill with this draw, are we? Yeah, I think I need to use this then. That's interesting. A couple trades is good with Choke, too. This is 15 damage. I'm taking this. Get the big attack first, which actually might benefit the Knob in this case. Dialer MTC, thank you so much for that 15 months. That tier 1. Support. Blam. Yeah, that does benefit the nub. We could have taken less if he was doing so this would have been a less damaging fight if we were one Ascension level higher. Kind of amusing. The letter opener is great, rewarding us for playing 3 skills in the same turn, further encouraging us to lean into this choke and pick up 0-cost cards, specifically 0-cost skills. This is an excellent start to a run here. Do I want a Flying Knee? Flying Knee is okay here. It's a little bit more front-loaded attack. It might be unnecessary. But if we're inclined to add another common attack, that's a decent one. Sneaky Strike would be better, looking at our deck. I'd rather have a Sneaky Strike with Acrobatics Dagger Throw. Infinite Blades is okay. Although Infinite Blades may run us into hand size issues, giving us 4 damage, actually 6 damage per turn with the Terror. I think what I'm going to do is skip and look for a better common. We could do better. And now I do want to get this Neutralize upgraded. I think. Lots of other good upgrades, including the Terror, especially with Letter Opener now. Kill this one first since it's buffing. This will block for exactly the right amount. Good. You die, so you go to 9, back down to 6. Block for 6. Well, this potion returns to us, and ooh, options. Dodge and roll with Smooth Stone, definitely welcomed. Alchemize is a lot of potions. Notably, another skill that upgrades to 0 cost. Good with Letter Opener, and good with... well, it's just good. Cycling Potions is pretty powerful. I tend to think Alchemize is good times. And it's very likely with White Beast Statue and an Alchemize that we'll end up at some point in this run with, like, 2 Ghosts in our Jars or something. It'll encourage us to use our potions quite aggressively. That's not a bad thing at all. I'm gonna take it. Lagavulin. Do we do the Choke Distilled Chaos thing again? So see what's in this. Aha! Wakey wakey! Ooh, jeez, forgot about that. First, then Terror, then 1 Defend. Wakey wakey, eggs and death. That's right. That's actually just a really good Distilled Chaos since we're guaranteed to play Choke for free. Do it. Oh boy, a free Smoke Bomb. Yay. Also, hello, goodbye. Bag of Marbles for vulnerable on turn 1. A Fire Pot's pretty good. Finisher's not terrible. Yeah, Finisher's okay here. I think it's only okay, though. Might prefer the Quick Slash for the immediate draw. More interested in cards right now that make our turn 1s less terrible. I guess Smoke Bomb makes our turn 1 less terrible. We continue to skip. I think we have our deck mostly where it needs to be for Act 1 right now. So normally don't want to discard Ascender's Bane, but when you're able to retain a card, it's better to retain that card now. Card now is better than a card later. Could just kill him right away. The fire pot here, but I want to cycle stuff. Yeah. Fun. Power potion. That'll be good against Hexaghost. And there's a prepared. 0 cost, draw 1, discard 1. Outmaneuver is not a bad way to get some energy here either. Getting us energy on our next turn. But I think I prefer this prepared. A little bit more discard interactions, and empowers our choke a little bit, as well as being a 0 cost skill to go with letter opener. Keep the block potion. This is a potion I'd like to take into Act 2. Not going to need a fire pot against Hexa here. Suspect I want to upgrade prepared, but energy upgrades feel good too, and if there's anything I want to be 0 cost, it's probably this Alchemize, so that I can control when I play it a little bit more. Let's do that. Bag of Marbles and Terror is such a great, like, vulnerable uptime generator. So good. Slice for our choke turn. Keep neutralize for next turn. Turn this into a 2x6. Defend, defend. I was meant to use my power potion. What am I doing? 1,000 cuts versus Envenom. With Envenom. Venom choke or choke Envenom? I think Envenom choke. We're not choking this turn. What am I doing? Yeah, Envenom first, regardless. Choke on a future turn. Here we go. Prepared also lets us reshuffle the deck at key predetermined moments to ensure that our draw pile is as spicy as possible when we need it to be. Looks like we're pretty comfortably on the perfect damage curve. Choke, hello? Hang on. I think I do it this way. Could have also just played 3 strikes. Genuinely unsure if what I did was better. Damage. GG. Beautiful fight. Oh man. And we get offered a finale. Spicy. That is a damn good finale. With so many draw effects. We've got an Acrobatics, a Dagger Throw prepared, a relatively small deck, and a Smiling Mask for many future removals. We also have lots of potions, and those potions sometimes draw cards. Do have other options. Phantasmal Killer, another skill that upgrades to 0 cost, letting us double the damage on the next turn. Or Bullet Time, enabling us to make an entire hand free. Very good with Choke, pretty spicy with Letter Opener too. But I don't think you can convince me that either of those options are better than this Grand Finale. That's a good Grand Finale. It's a really good Grand Finale. And it's a really good Empty Cage to go with that Grand Finale. Interesting set of boss relics here. Had I not taken the finale, this might be a more difficult choice, but removal is absolutely, positively the strongest thing this deck can see right now. The fewer cards there are in the deck, the easier it is to meet Grand Finale's condition of there are no cards in your draw pile. And the faster we can make that happen. Turn 2 is right around the corner here, and we may be getting to turn 1 finales not long after that. The Calling Bell conversely adds cards to the deck. Though joke's on us, it would give us a Bag of Preparation and a Gambling Chip. Or the Philosopher's Stone giving us additional energy, which would be not bad, genuinely. But gives enemies additional strength. For me, this is a very, very easy remove 2 strikes with the Empty Cage. It immediately fixes our block density problem, as well as making our finale so much stronger. Hilariously enough, removing these 2 strikes improves both our block and our damage output. I would like to path through a couple of stores here, because we want to leverage the removals of the Smiling Mask. 1 removal here, and 1 here or here. Aeon Iconics! What street does the Silent live on? She lives on Grand Fin Alley. Hey, Block Potion! I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to my life, Block Potion. Like, almost willing to discard this, strike here. Almost. Nine, okay. 7. Wait a minute. Math! Whatever. Probably fine. Yeah, math says I can't do this. But you know what? Math is wrong. Math is cancelled. I'll just use the Gambler's Brew. Try to hold on to the Gambler's Brew, but I'm gonna have so many potions, we'll probably just find another one anyway. Bye-bye. We get a draw potion. Good enough for me. Some cards that I might theoretically be interested in, but I'm mostly interested in making sure we can play Grand Finale more easily and more quickly in each combat, and taking more cards will not let us do that. So we're going to be skipping almost every card we see from here on out. Interesting choices. Very interested in this Violence. Violence puts cards from the draw pile into our hand, which is suspiciously verbally distinct but functionally identical to drawing cards, at least when Grand Finale is concerned. And it can even be a variable card draw, because if there's a different number of attacks in the draw pile, then this will draw a different number of cards. It's also a zero-cost skill, so, you know, letter opener value. Normally, I'm not really willing to pay 185 gold for zero-cost to draw up to 3, but in a Grand Finale deck, I am. It could be the last card in our deck and make us sad. That is going to happen at least some percentage of the time. We could also take a Sling of Courage here if we want some insurance against upcoming elites, giving us 2 points of strength. I think the thing I won't consider is the Meat on the Bone. Meat on the Bone's good here, really genuinely very good. Healing us 12 after combats when we're below half. It's good sustain, but if we take the meat, we cannot afford a removal with the Smiling Mask, and removing cards with the Smiling Mask is the most important thing right now, above everything else. Removal and saving I think is valid, but I genuinely suspect that one of these two options, and I think it's the Violence. I'm gonna buy this Violence. Is gonna be better than saving money. That's my guess. use that draw potion then. Yeah, see, like, this just draw 3 right now. Get into that. Really into that. An Entropic Brew, that's good. Okay, so we just want to make sure there's enough room in hand to do the thing next turn, right? Easy. Ghost in Jar number 1. We've had this problem before with the Entropic Brew, so here's what I'm going to do. Discard the Speed Potion, now drink the Entropic Brew. Get a Regen Potion and a Strength Potion. We'll discard Strength Potion, go with Ghost in a Jar Regen Potion. Oh, man. Discard 2. I think I want, man, I think I want another Acro before I want this Concentrate, but that is a good Concentrate. Acro is definitely a card we're happier to draw on turn 1 than Concentrate as well. I'm going to go with another Acro. And I think I'm going this way? Yeah. Okay, Snecko is a little spicy. It's okay. Cultist Potion, huh? Use that now. Take this for the block. Not draw Acrobatics, so we cannot play Finale this turn. Maybe ever. If we're not going to be able to play it, then let's just Dagger Throw. And see immediately the problem with Snecko Pyramid, which is that you may get caught with a whole bunch of unplayable cards in your hand. But that won't be enough to stop me from playing Grand Finale. GG. What lead plans? Pog? No. Don't need that with a Pyramid. Definitely don't need any stinky unupgraded attack cards, neither. Violence continuing to be pretty sweet here. Again, do as I say, not as I do. Loving this potion generation. We're just able to use these whenever we want? Feels unfair, really. Okay, all we have to do is not draw any more cards. That's easy. Bye-bye. Okay. Piercing Wail is good enough to take here. It's a incredibly good block card, shutting down all manner of enemies, especially Act 2 elites, who we are actually literally about to fight. Also very good against Collector. Any multi-enemy or multi-attacking fight, which is like half the fights in the game. This is a very effective block. It also exhausts, so it doesn't really increase the size of the deck when it comes to playing Grand Finale multiple times. Does make it harder to play the first time, though. I think I'll keep this Speed Potion over the Strength Potion. This fight, especially if it's a Slaver's fight, will mostly be about how quickly we can play the Finale. Against the Book of Stabbing, we may need to play Finale multiple times. Let's start with a Acro here. Good, we got Neutralize. I'm gonna lose a Defend. Neutralize, double Defend. This for the choke turn. There never is a choke turn. What if there never is a block turn? Okay, violence in this case drawing nothing the first time through, but we can use it to play the finale again the second time more quickly. If I want to play this finale, and I really do need to, then kind of just have to eat this damage. Can't play acrobatics without compromising my ability to finale. I think I'm just going to go choke, dagger throw, slice. No, I do dagger throw first, because I would like to draw a piercing wail. Violence, which will draw nothing. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to eat the full 15, or I can reduce it by 12 if I use Ghost in a Jar. Guess we'll just drink the Alchemize now. Wounds will go to the discard pile. They won't mess up this first finale, but they are going to hurt for the second cycle. Not really anything I can do about that, though. Okay, this does help. There's also a 1 in 6 chance we don't draw the prepared, and we don't get to finale. Okay, we're good. Good. She means that I don't need to draw... Wow, that's a lot of damage. I'd probably kill next turn, which would let me go Piercing Wail, Survive, or Defend. Minimize the damage we take this turn, keep our Ghost in a Jar, just try to win. Yeah, let's do that. You take 3 more here. Not gonna finale again, but with 37 health and vulnerable, we shouldn't need to. You just do this. So, oh man, we did get Gambling Chip. Amazing. Oh, that's so good. Haha! Now we can discard any number of cards on turn 1 to draw that many again, and a calculated gamble, letting us discard our hand, to draw that many cards again. This is all headed in the right direction. Now we just need tough bandages or something. So good. Jackpot, indeed. So yes, had we taken Bell, it actually would have been Gambling Chip. Go figure. Something I really value in a Grand Finale deck is having cards that draw different numbers of cards, and for that reason I like upgrading one of our acrobatics to draw 4, and leaving the other one, at least for now, unupgraded, so that I can draw 3 or 4 as needed. Math time. Does choke, if I Blessing of the Forge, does choke, dagger throw, slice, prepared, kill the red slaver here? That would be 18 plus, this will be 18 as well. Oh yeah, that's like super duper lethal. I might not even need to use the Blessing of the Forge, actually. But let's at the very minimum discard Strike, then. We'd like to draw a Piercing Wail or something. Exactly lethal with Blessing? No way, it's gotta be way over. We don't even need the Slice, I don't think, with the Blessing. Without Blessing, gotcha. Yes. Understood. But I want to draw more cards with Prepared. 2... do this. Slice would be 14. Plus 5. Plus 5. That's enough. So I can actually block here. Or wait, no I can't, because I can't play both Survivor and Calculated Gamble. No. Can't do that. Excuse me, that's not a legal play. One would discard the other no matter what. Just trying to figure out how to take less damage here. That's an interesting way to take less damage. Draw neutralize. This. That helps. And then Finale finishes the fight too perfectly for me to want to play Gamble here. Okay. Potion. Would have been nice if I'd played those in a different order. Oh well. I think that could have been a slightly cleaner fight, but overall, really good. And we got some health back in the form of a strawberry. We're offered a third acrobatics, which I am genuinely unsure if that's correct. Feels like it's overkill. Especially as we remove more cards from this deck. At least for an unupgraded one. Now, if I saw one that said plus on it, totally different story. Gremlin Horn feels extremely important. Not only will it help a lot against Collector, this is like, don't die to Reptomancer kind of useful item. Although, by the time we get to Reptomancer, it may already be too late. For our poor enemies. Three. Draw one. Sure this gets played. Boop. Straws 9. Do it again. Wait, no! It's the last card. How dare you? Unacceptable. Fine, I'll just do it next turn then. Be that way. Also, I can kill you the old-fashioned way if I have to. Swift Potion's so good. Seriously considering a card like Deflect, I'd rather have an upgraded one. I don't think we need one right now. Is Swift Potion better than Dupe Pot? It actually might be. Let's take some events. Events could be more removals. Or it could be a Writhe for a relic. No thanks, that's the opposite of a removal. This is also the opposite of removals. Well, dang. A little bit dead weight there. There is the Abacus, and I would actually consider it if it wasn't standing in the way of my card removal. We take a backflip here. That's another source of card draw, and it's a block card. I think we're just gonna be happy with cards removed. Feels like we kind of whiffed on the last third of our act there, but we're so strong it shouldn't matter. It is time to upgrade the finale itself. because we're fighting a collector who has way more than 60 hit points. We need to make sure we're doing big time damage time. All the time. Forever. There's only one attack in the draw pile. Let's hold on to violence then. Okay, this might just be our piercing whale turn. Actually, no, wait, we're just going to grand finale here, right? No piercing whale, because everything will be dead. In order to make that happen, we want to make sure Acrobatics draws only 2 cards, which we can do by playing it right now, taking advantage of the fact that our hand becomes full. Then we can prepare to perfectly line it up. Now Violence will draw 3 attacks. We'll draw the grand finale. Acro. Such a way that this lines up correctly. Perfect. Cards. Basically, every other damage card is now kind of irrelevant. It's really just about what enables us to grand finale most effectively. GG. Tools the Trade is here to be cute. Feels a little unnecessary. And we might forget about it too, which is the problem. We're not having issues getting stuff out of hand, so the unload doesn't benefit much either. I think the unfortunate truth is that almost every card is one we don't want in this deck. Adrenaline would have been nice. We probably would have added a Wraith form just for our defensive, just for defensive purposes, but none of these are good enough to want to put in. And yeah, Paul Ryan, I think the attack potion is in fact better than the flex potion here. We'll take that going into our final act. We really benefit from energy? I guess we do. Coffee Dripper seems pretty reasonable here. With 2 potions per combat, I have a hard time imagining we're going to need to rest. Could genuinely take Tiny House here as well. The 5 max HP and 50 gold, as well as the random upgrade, are all quite useful. We barely need energy. But we do still need it, so I think I'm going to take more energy. We could definitely find ways to spend it, I'm sure. Okay, and again, we're going to go double merchants here. It also lets us take quite a few elites if we want to. But by and large, the best way to make this deck stronger is to remove cards. Bar none, period. End of story. So we're going to do that. Finally. Grand finally. So here's an example of a turn where the extra energy from the Coffee Dripper doesn't matter at all. And if you find yourself having turns like this, it's a sign that you took an energy relic you didn't need to. Oh yeah, you put stuff in my draw pile like a big jerk. How dare you? How do I make this work? Just play a bunch of cards this turn, draw nothing? Like defend Piercing Whale? I don't like that play. That play involves taking damage, so it's not my favorite. Okay, with the acrobatics, we can actually play the finale right away. We should have a kill here. As long as we play it while there are 8 cards in hand. Wait, no! That's fine. Didn't realize that was actually a kill. Add cards or not add cards? I mean, Leg Sweep is good block. We're gonna need some good block. Am I gonna be able to upgrade that Leg Sweep? Maybe. Definitely maybe. Oh, that's an interesting thought. The Falling event to Chunka. Honestly, I'd be pretty happy to lose a card. Although, yes, the choice of theoretically Finale versus Terror would be a sad one. Not sure what power I would have to be offered to be wanting to take it, though. I'm not going to take it in Venom. I am going to think strongly about Medical Kit here, though, which lets us exhaust status cards by playing them. Very useful against Heart, specifically, but also for shutting down the burns of Spire Spear and Spire Shield. Only problem is we can't afford to remove a card alongside. It seems so good that there's actually only 2 cards in the Heart fight this removes for you, the Burn and the Wound. Everything else, it gets exhausted anyway. Could be nice against Reptomancer, but I don't think we have any problems with Reptomancer. Are we going to have problems with Spear and Shield? I kind of doubt it, too. I think this is bait. I think it's better to just remove our last strike here. Don't think I want this backflip. This deck beating Heart, currently Refined Bean, is going to be really dependent on the potions, and getting this Ghost in a Jar to the Heart is a big part of making sure that happens. So I'm going to try very hard to hold on to this, as well as try very hard to get more cards removed. One more Piercing Whale would make me feel a lot better in that fight as well. What about Nemesis? Ooh, Nemesis would have been a good reason for Medical Kit, that's for sure. Nemesis could give us some problems. Nemesis is a good reason to upgrade a Calculated Gamble. Hello, Secretly a Combat. I will not remove Choke now. Big reason not to do that is because Choke removes artifacts, and that alone makes it quite useful. I'd rather remove stuff like... I'd rather remove Slice than Choke, I think. Two cards here, okay. And a couple Dazed added. I'm just going to end here. I'm not sure what the number is going to look like. 4. An instance of where Violence only drawing 1 card was quite beneficial. I'm really liking that Violence. Hey, that'll take. Especially now that we have 4 energy. Acro Plus, welcome to the deck. Feels good. Wait, what? Really? Not enough attacks in this deck. That's what I'm realizing. Hello? Rorg. Really, I drew neither of the acros. Interesting. Do it the good old-fashioned fill your hand way, though. This draws 3. This draws 3. The slice is valuable just for making a room in hand, though. You can see the deck is really starting to hum here. And as we remove additional cards, we'll play more grand finales per turn. That's why this empty cage was so important. That's why the Smiling Mask has been so important. Couple more alterations to the deck, and we could even have infinite grand finales per turn. Here's that Nemesis. Adding burns on turn 1. So we're gonna have to be pretty aggro here. I draw enough cards. This is where Frozen Eye would be nice. We've got 3, 4, 2, 4. Oh yeah. Definitely draw enough cards here. Nope. Never mind. Okay, that's unfortunate then. Let's see what I can do. Probably gonna whiff this finale the first time around. It's gonna make this a little awkward. Knew it, you stinky boy. Knew you were gonna do that. How dare you? Let's see, 15, 12. We take a little bit. But we do whiff the finale. So if we're gonna do that, I should calculate a gamble afterwards. And then we can distill Chaos and maybe get the full block. With the finale again. I thought we might. Dang. That helps, though. Alright, this is turning into our Nightmare Nemesis fight. Where we've repeatedly whiffed our finale on turns, and we're getting a ton of burns added. But note the choke is doing good. Jeez, man. Can you not? Do you mind? It's actually not a bad, just calculated gamble again, but can I land the finale this turn? If I had Frozen Eye, I could determine this more accurately. Although, can I make this a series of 2-draw 3s? That wouldn't get me there. I have draw 8, but what I don't have is the hand space to actually draw 8. Currently, this is draw 2. If you try to draw excess, it does not discard. If you try to draw excess, you simply do not draw them. I don't think there's a way to guarantee that we can finale here. Right? My piercing whale, acrobatics. Like, we can try to hit prepared, but it's exactly that. Trying. Trying is not doing. So I think I draw 2 here rather than playing piercing whale. Okay. Something like this. We draw 2 again. Yeah, that works. Alright. I guess trying is doing. Works for me. Bye-bye. Dead Branch. Whenever a card is exhausted, add a random card to our hand. Pretty good relic most of the time, although I think here it does not fit. We're offered yet another Acro Plus, although as we've just seen, there is in fact a limit to how many of those is a good thing. PK could be cute. Second Terror could be cute, but we don't need any of it. Gonna skip that branch. Card seller, I need only the finest card removals. So I've said I like the choke, the dagger throw is good, I want to keep slice and prepared. I guess we're at removing defends now. Seems reasonable. So, buy a Ghost Jar, remove Alchemize. I like that line. I genuinely thought about buying this. We could have 2 Ghost Jar, that's a really good thing to have, but then we're not able to actually use our 2 potions per combat. And I don't know how I feel about that. I think I'm just gonna keep the rest of our cash here. Good Instincts is also pretty reasonable here. Actually, 0 cost block is really nice. We're gonna have big troubles against Beat of Death currently. Thankfully, on this Ascension level, Beat of Death is still 1. And then we're gonna recall, and I'm gonna upgrade Leg Sweep. Part of the reason I took Leg Sweep is so that we'd have a big enough block card to actually, like, survive the heart. I think I will take this Good Instincts. We need a good 0 cost block, I think. And that fits the bill perfectly. Well, that's an easy one to skip for the blue key. Nice. I'm gonna go for the upgrade over the additional Elite Relic. Want to make sure our blocks get upgraded. See you later, Poison Potion. Pocket Watch. If we play 3 or fewer cards during our turn, we'll draw 3 additional cards at the start of the next turn. That's pretty hype. Hey, and I'm even going to do that right now. Greetings, Fairy. Get rid of that card forever. Get rid of this card forever. Play this card forever. that. Okay. The deck is small enough that we can just shuffle around again in most cases. Hilariously. Especially when we whiff it twice. Please stop. There we go. This is very fun. Oh, I need that next turn. Ooh. Panograph's good. Footwork, I think, is good. We would like a little bit more dexterity, just to make sure these blocks block a bit more. Again, we do need help with the Beat of Death, and Footwork is definitely that. And I'll take this Power Potion over the Fairy. Something I can use in the next fight. Perfect. Use that earlier. After Image Against Heart could have been pretty sweet in a lot of ways. Time to Blanc. If we were up against Time Eater, honestly, the deck would basically do the exact same thing. The finales do sufficient damage, although we would have to count our cards fairly carefully. But the finales do sufficient damage that I think it would be fine. We'll take one more prepared just to smooth things out a little bit and further improve our letter opener value. Also, yikes, that's a nasty turn one, boys. Let's see what Colorless Potion can do for me. Actually kind of okay with exactly what's in our hand right now. Neutralize is good. Still 1, 2. I think this is the play. Reduces the incoming damage to very little. Not 0, but manageable. We get there guaranteed with Acro and Swift Pot. I'm going to do that. Don't want more cards. Grab our Recall, we heal the full with the Panagraph, and it's time for Donu and Deka. Shapely twin brothers. Guys are a bit interesting. We'll have to play Finale multiple times. Also, they've got artifact charges, only 1 each, thankfully. Because Bag of Marbles has removed 1, and we're still on an Ascension where they only start with 2. let's lose the... Here, actually. Okay, neutralize allows me to piercing whale. Let's do that. Full block with survivor. Getting some kind of innovative block solutions on our turns here, as you can see. Definitely appreciating this good instincts. Okay, we whiff the terror for the moment. It's okay. Sickle all that. Good. Nine cards in the draw pile. 4 plus 3 plus 2. Let's make sure we have enough room in hand when we play this. Okay, now I'll Terror Finale. Take a little bit of damage. But otherwise, not bad. This looks a little awkward. Not finale here. If I'd, I should have looked at the hand size, I might have been able to do it there. Let's go around one more time. Shouldn't be a problem. We can kill Donu the old-fashioned way, after all. GG. To thump, a deep pulsing dread can be felt throughout the room. Is this the heart of the spire, the source of this dramatic exit you keep making? And all of these flower petals throughout the spire. The droid you're looking for, thank you so much for 2 months and that Prime sub. Okay, and I wanted to upgrade one of our block cards. This is a pretty good upgrade, too. Just 3 more on the good instincts. Doesn't feel like we'll need the additional weaken of the leg sweep. Yeah, I'm going to upgrade this. Smooth out that block in these last couple of fights. Not a whole lot we need here beyond just a card remove. Unfortunately, 1 gold off of being able to forward liquid memories alongside the card remove. And you know what? That's okay. Maybe it is time to remove Choke. Dodge roll is kind of cute, especially with the footwork and the smooth stone. It's what, like 9x2? Definitely removing something. The question is what? Caltrops could be a nice little damage addition against Heart, too. Decided I liked Slice. I'd rather play Leg Sweep than Choke. Choke's an attack, so we can draw it with Violence. We actually need to keep a certain number of attacks in hand. This is all leaning me towards removing a defend. Alright, bye defend. Smell you later. I miss my defense. Okay, Piercing Well on this turn is good. Piercing Well on the next turn might have been better. But thanks to Pyramid, we can have Piercing Well on next turn. Good turn for Speed Pot with the Alchemize. We go... Actually, yeah, let's just go Alchemize, Leg Sweep, Defend. Leg Sweep you. I think. And then we draw a bonus with the Pocket Watch here. 28 block. It's actually basically a full block, right? We'll take 1. 1 is within acceptable parameters. In that case, we do it this way. It's a letter opener proc as well. We draw till full. Burns go to the discard pile on this Ascension level still. It's not until A18 they go on top. And that looks like a pretty easy finale turn to me. Deliberately underdrawing with this finale, or with this acro here. Let's do it. 18 cards in the draw pile. Yo ho ho. Bottle of rum. Alright, real talk. What's the easiest way to kill Spire Shield this turn? Is it actually using Choke? Yes, it is. Choke goes through blocks, so Finale is stinky. That's what I've learned. So we just gotta play 4 cards now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, you can't... Okay, you can. Violence is... Interesting. You're allowed to play Violence with no attacks in the draw pile, but you're not allowed to play Secret Weapon without no cards in the draw pile. I thought it was gonna forbid me there for a second. But again, getting away without the medical kit here, notably. Although it definitely would have made this part of this fight a little bit easier for us. On A20, the medkit value would have been a little bit higher, that's for sure, since you draw them immediately. That I'll admit to, for sure. Okay, we get a Slice and Dagger Throw upgrade, just a little bit more damage for Heart. We're not going to add a card. I think I prefer the Fear Pot to the Attack Pot. This can remove an artifact, notably. And with 1 Ghosted Jar for that big 67 damage hit on turn 2, I think we're fine here. How do we want this to go? It's actually discard neutralize. We've got leg sweep. Take some damage from Beat of Death every time we play a card. We do take 1 damage here. Let's get rid of this Cinder Spain. It's not having Acro. Actually, we're about to get a bunch of cards out of the draw pile, so gotta be careful here. So we're going to deal with the statuses all at once right at the start here. Means it is a good idea to just Acro right now. Get our footwork down. Just going to play Terror Footwork. Okay. And we're going to draw basically every status right away. We're going to whiff the finale by 1, looks like. But I can actually work around that by Ghost and Jarring here. This is what this Ghost is for. This is leaving our hand automatically. We would like to make sure this leaves our hand forever. Let's go then Leg Sweep Slide, that we can play finale next turn. Some big damage. I think I'm going to keep the Piercing Wail in the deck for the next multi-hit. This one's not too bad. So basically every exhausting card is now removed from the deck. We're down to just a handful of things here. I'd like weaken for next turn, so let's do this. Shuffle the draw pile there. Okay, so we'll have Piercing Wail next turn. We've got Choke to remove the artifact as intended. Could draw 4 twice here. Sounds grand. a little bit of a tap there. Not a problem, though. This is what this is for. We could try holding this for one more multi-hit. I don't think that's necessarily wise. I'd like to try to win now. We'll also improve our damage output if we don't draw Piercing Wail over and over again. Okay, dagger throw, good. Actually, hopefully you can keep this. I don't think so. Should we have exactly 5 cards in hand? Ideally playing Finale twice this turn if possible. If I Good Instincts and then Calculated Gamble, we'll draw all of these? That's pretty hype. Yes, here we go. It begins! Ooh, can't do Acro Dagger Throw here. I think our turn is over, unfortunately. Or is it? Ha! One more! If we had just survived, then we would have been one short on the gamble there. Draws 5. I guess the safe play is kill next turn. Actually, yeah, the safest play from here is just end turn. Or no, wait. Yeah, end turn is guaranteed to finale and kill next turn. Okay, let's do that. There might be a way we can take less damage on this turn, but a win is a win. So we play one card, then Acrobatics, and we're there. GG. GG, everybody. Hey everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Did you know that I'm live 5 days a week on Twitch? Come join us to watch me live, ask questions, or chill with the community. Click the link in the description below to follow and be notified when I'm live. And while you're down there, make like a sandwich and sub to this channel for more fresh Baylor content. Ta-ta for now.